Hello, grandkids. It's Mema for Stories with Mema. I have a book called The Giant of Jum by Ellie Woolard and Benji Davies. The Giant of Jum. Look at how big he is compared to all the people down here. He is a giant. The Giant of Jum. Let's see what this is about. Look at even the animals are hiding from him, huh? The Giant of Jum. The Giant of Jum was a grumpy old grouch who was constantly grizzling and grumbling. And when he was hungry, he'd slobber and slouch and say, "Oh, how my tummy is rumbling." Poor giant. "Fee," he said, and "fie," he said, and "foe," he said, and "fum. How I pine, how I wish for a child on a dish. Little children are yummy, yum, yum." Ooh, he eats little children. That's not good. Look at the goats down here. And he thought of a tale that his brother had told of a beanstalk and a boy known as Jack. He'd be nice, thought the giant, if eaten quite cold with a side dish of beans for a snack. He's talking about Jack and the Beanstalk, huh? He strode through the land with a thunderous stomp that made the trees start shaking and swaying. Through fields and forests, through rivers and swamps, and to gardens where children were playing. "Fum," he said, and "foe," he said, and "fie," he said, and "fee. Children, I feel, make a fabulous meal. I will gobble you up with my tea." See, there's the children playing right there. Uh-oh. But the children said, "What a magnificent man. You're so marvelously magic and tall." And they said, "Will you help us? We're sure that you can. Oh, please, will you fetch us our ball?" Oh, the ball got on top of the fountain there. The giant said, "Well, I suppose it won't hurt, but soon, have no fear, I'll be back. You'd be scrumptious if eaten with cream for dessert, just as soon as I've gobbled that Jack." "Foe," he said, and "fum," he said, and "fee," he said, and "fie. Children taste nice, mixed with pasta or rice, and they're perfect when popped in a pie." Look at all the children are going with him. What are they doing? But the children ran up and they yelled, "Look at that! Up there in the leaves, can you see? Oh, please, will you help us and rescue our cat? It's stuck up in that sycamore tree." They can't get the cat down. The giant said, "Well, I suppose it won't hurt, but soon, have no fear, I'll be back. You'd be scrumptious if eaten with cream for dessert, just as soon as I've gobbled that Jack." "Fie," he said, and "fee," he said, and "fum," he said, and "foe. My very best treat is some children to eat. I will start at the littlest toe." And they're still following him. But the smallest boy whispered, "My legs are so sore." And he slumped to the ground and he cried, "I can't make it home. I can't walk anymore. Oh, please, could you give me a ride?" The giant said, "Well, I suppose I don't mind." And he lifted the boy to his back. The boy said, I love you. You're wonderfully kind. And what is your name? I'm called Jack. Oh. Fee, he said, and fi, he said, and little Jack Snack, is that right? I'll pulp you and stew you, I'll gulp you and chew you, and gobble you up in one bite. But the children said, oh, no, you wouldn't. We think that you've made a mistake. You're such a kind giant, you couldn't. Nice giants always eat cake, 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 cake. Look at that big cake that they're bringing. The giant was starving. His tummy was rumbling. But then he said, wait, are you sure? I'm grizzly and grumpy and grouchy and grumbly. I've not been called kindly before. You've rescued a cat from a tree, shouted Jack, and you fetched us our ball. You're so nice. You gave me a ride through the streets on your back, so we've made this for you. Have a slice. Mmm. Ho, he said, and hum, he said, and ha, he said, and he. Chocolate's much better than children, and he ate it all up with his tea. Even the animals are having some. And that's the end. I guess he wasn't going to eat the children after all. Thank goodness, huh? We wouldn't want children to be eaten by a giant. He made a mistake. He actually likes cake. All right, grandchildren, I love you very much. I love you. A bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck, and a hug around the neck. I'll read you later.